S2S podcast fan, what's the word? We in the dungeon, getting it in. Me and Trey putting in that work. But listen, man, I am doing another free training. Shout out to y'all who joined me on the last one. I'm doing another one this Wednesday, April 2nd. All right, go to workshopwithcj.com. All right, this is $297 usually. It's free for my podcast listening audience, my podcast family. Y'all show me love. I'm gonna show y'all love. All right, we got a 2-hour training Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, April 2nd. Make sure you go to workshopwithcj.com, register completely free. I will see y'all there Wednesday evening. All right, let's get it, y'all.
Please, you have to have something outside of your job, because with the stroke of a pen, that's all it took. These people, some of these people had 30 years on their job, and I bet you they've all had the conference. I got job security. I work for the federal government. We never gonna shut down. We never gonna.
You work for the government. You think you good?
You think that you good, bro? The best benefits. Now, how many houses? They said the housing market in DC, in Maryland, and Virginia, in the DMV, they said the housing market is going crazy because everybody now got their houses for sale because all those federal jobs, all the people lived in the DMV area, and now they're putting their houses up for sale. And the houses normally go for $1 million, $1.2 million, but because there's so many houses going for sale, supply and demand, now the prices are dropping. I'm telling you, don't get caught in that, man. Go ahead and do yourself a favor and invest before it's too late.
Success podcast, baby.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
Hey, the extra Bayesian sensation.
Yeah. I have,
extra.
I'm fresh.
Dr. King.
This is the first time back.
Dr. King, I had a dream that I seen something, but I didn't. And I don't have an opinion, but I do.
Hey,
Jemal King.
Pixie dust. Pixie dust.
Hey, y'all would not believe what Jemal King
CJ is like a fairy, y'all. I swear, bro.
Y'all would not believe what this dude just told me.
I did.
Sitting up here, I feel stupid, Carl. Because I'm sitting up here arguing
he said your name is
No. I feel stupid. Because, Carl, I'm sitting up here arguing as if I'm arguing with an NBA fan. Like, as if I'm arguing with somebody who actually watches the game.
Yeah, understand.
And then I was going back and forth on Jordan and LeBron, and then he said, I don't even watch basketball.
Anymore.
So how am I supposed to have
I don't
an
say it the right way, bro. I don't watch basketball.
Okay, so if I just stop watching Jordan at his peak.
I don't watch.
Carl, after the first 3 peak, let's just say I stopped watching Jordan and I say, Dr. J's the best. And they say, Dr. J ain't the best. Jordan won 3 championships. I don't watch basketball anymore.
But LeBron ain't winning no more championships. So what are you talking about? That's a terrible comparison.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You
just compared Jordan 3 championships. LeBron ain't winning no more championships, dog. They can get Luka.
How do you know?
He's
still the best in the league.
Who else can they get?
I don't know, but this is the year,
nobody
though.
else.
This is their year.
He's still the best in the league. He's still the best player in the league.
Oh, my God.
Bro, he averaging more points right now than he did during his Miami
And they've been saying the best
I don't know if
in the
he's
league.
the best, though. SGA is the best.
Okay, he top 5.
SGA is the best.
SGA the best. SGA, by the way, averaging more points than Michael Jordan. Is he better than Jordan? I don't know. Let's think about it.
How many championships he got?
Who does he play for?
What?
You know who he plays for?
I said, how many championships he got?
You know who he plays for?
How many championships he got?
You know
I'm
who he
asking
plays
you a
for?
question. I have no
If
idea.
you don't know who the best player in the league plays for,
I'm asking you.
This conversation
I'm asking you how many championships. How many championships does he have?
SGA, who he play for?
How many championships does he have? I'm asking you a question. How many championships?
Carl,
How
you
many
don't know the best player in the league?
Bruh, he still ain't answered the question.
He's 22 years old or
You don't
something.
even have how many championships?
He doesn't have any yet.
Oh, okay.
So, but do you know he play? Okay,
many did
so
Jordan have?
that's what I'm saying, Carl.
That's
Shame on me,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Shame on me.
Shame
Let's
on you.
let's argue the Bears.
That's what I'm
'cause
saying.
something at least you watch.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
Let's argue the Bears. That's something you watch.
No, I don't really watch the Bears right now, dog.
To be
I'm just
so passionate
bruh,
about something you don't even watch or care about.
Bruh, you was passionate about a lot of things that you don't have any
What?
clue. I'm not even going to bring it because it's
No,
personal.
all right,
I'm not even going to
Feel
bring
free.
it. I'm
Yeah.
not going to put you out there,
No,
but it's
feel
fine.
free to name
It's
something
fine.
I've been overly passionate about.
Do it after the podcast. I got a 4
Douglas
o'clock.
is
I
in
got
the building.
4 o'clock
Douglas,
meeting. I got
who does
4
SGA play for?
OKC.
Oh, wow. Okay. So then 1, 2, 3. Okay. So from
Hey.
now on, let's just make a new rule. You have to have seen something to argue about it. Can we just
Said-
make that
who
rule?
says
Is that
who?
an okay rule?
Says who?
It just seems fair.
Says who?
It seems fair.
Says
We
who?
only argue about stuff because I don't argue. Like, listen, like when I met you, I didn't know nothing about real estate. I never argued with you. You'd be like, hey, let's do this. I said, cool, you got it. You know it. I don't know it.
But you never did real estate. But I'm telling you,
never
I
did
was
basketball.
I did do
Boy, I seen
basketball.
you take a jumper one
Bruh,
time.
quit playing. That's like me talking about you working out.
Come on.
Bruh, come on, stop.
Come on. Yeah.
Now, what is
'Cause you
it
know
like?
I'll get frustrated, for
I
real.
can say you never did football. I can say you never did football.
Never.
Just because you played high school ball.
Never.
High school ball.
Never.
In the grand scheme, that don't
Never.
count.
You
So
right.
I'm just saying. So we can.
And your police league count for 2 seasons.
Okay. And you couldn't even make it that far.
I think I gotta get some
You're
water.
right
I think
about
I'm
that.
safe
You couldn't even
enough.
make it that far.
I think
You're
I'm
right
safe
about
enough
that.
to go grab some water real quick.
No.
couldn't
Come
make it
on,
that
let's
far.
start the podcast.
Okay, let's go. I'm ready.
All right.
Let's
So
go.
E, how you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, bro. Blessed, Maul.
Who does SGA play for? Come on.
Bro,
Yeah.
these dudes are
You
soft.
can throw it. I can catch.
I can hear the what's up? Okay, come on. Shout out to our Patreon fam.
all right.
What's up, y'all? Hey, mute y'all Patreon fam. Mute your
Unmute. Get involved in this.
No. They know. They
Get
know who the
involved,
greatest is.
please.
Don't
Shout out
fall
to Blake.
for the pixie dust.
Shout out to Blake. Shout out to Myron in the building. Shout out to Maul, man.
Shout out to CJ, y'all. This dude here with his little blue jean 1990s outfit on, y'all.
Yeah, come on.
Shout out to CJ.
Come on.
In the house.
Come on. Yeah, I'm a child of the 90s, bro.
Actually,
You know what I'm saying?
you were 80s, baby, right?
Well, I'm saying
I was in high school then.
Yeah, but he's saying
I was 8 when the
He was a
90s.
little kid in the 90s when we was listening to.
Oh, he said the sound went out. Did it go back on 6 bands? He said the sound went out.
They said they can't hear
No
us.
sound. They can't hear it.
Oh, they said they.
All right, come on. They can't hear us.
The Patreon.
Patreon can't hear us.
Hold on. Yeah.
CJ
All right, there we
unplugged
go.
on
We back.
purpose.
There we go. We back. All right. Is it you got the topic or who got the topic today?
We already
No,
got
I'm
the
serious.
topic.
Well, I was gonna go with a
Pixie
different
dust.
topic.
Please go with that one.
Now
Name
I
this.
wanna-
Name
now-
this. Pixie dust. That's this
keep that
podcast is called.
Now
Pixie Dust.
I wanna break down people who got an opinion.
No, get whatever.
Okay, I just
Whatever
don't
you
think
had
that's
in
a
the
topic?
beginning. When you was on the plane this
About
morning
your life.
and you was on your way over here before.
Oh no, I did.
You never- all right.
All right. Peace, brother. Peace.
Hey, brother.
I love you, man.
Hey, brother. Hey,
You know Maul be ready to fight. I don't want to fight. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
He ain't
My
ready to
man,
fight.
Yeah, I
listen,
love
I'm a
you, bro.
grown man, dog.
I love you, bro.
He don't see this little kid don't realize when you turn over 40.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
you
Hey,
I'm
Mark,
42.
I will
When you
say.
over 45, dog.
Yeah, I will say I just bought a
You
shirt.
just
with
raised the limit right on the
Yeah, I
spot.
just bought a shirt.
When you
That's it.
when you over 45, dog, you be on grown man stuff, dog. You look. I listen, little fella. Little fella. I'm about to get my hip replaced. Ain't nobody thinking about you.
Oh, that's
Hey, you ain't real man till you get.
Hey, no. So this is what I want to talk about.
all right.
Carl, this for Thursday, right? So
No, this will be next.
okay, cool. So we in the middle of the NCAA tournament, right? And you know, E and I had talked about it before, but I don't think we ever talked about it on the podcast. And one of the things that, you know, as I look back over our 20-year career, now 10 years with Maul, one of the things that I think that we need to study more is the upsets, the Cinderellas, right? Like you look at a few years ago, you know, Purdue, a 1 seed, you know, losing to a 16. You look at like, I guess Miracle on Ice. I'm not a hockey fan, so I can't speak to it clearly, but they saying like we beat, I think, Russia or something, and I think it was, or Canada, I'm sorry, and one of those. And I think it was like one of the biggest upsets ever, right? And this year we also talked about Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? Like, just crazy, right? So I wanted to look at, because people out there, one of the things that I think, you know, I hear, and the reason this came back up to me, we were training this weekend, and somebody was just like, man, if I had the budget, you know, I need, you know, to be, because I trained my speakers, shout out to my next level speakers who did a great job, but dude came up to me at lunch like, bro, I just ain't got the team, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got the videographers, I ain't got the audio, like, I'm sweet, but I got, you know, I don't got the budget to be, like, paying my camera people and all of that, and I was like, yo, I was trying to explain to him, like, yo, you have to learn how to win where you are now, right? Like, there's this man, Moose said it so well. He said a lot of us like to date our future selves.
Mm.
So you like, once I get my team, then you know what I'm saying? And once I get, this, then I'm going, and I'm like, nah, it's the execution in this moment that allows for that growth. So imagine when I met E, if he was like, yeah, once we get the big cameras, then we gonna go out and do the work, or then and I was like, yo, if you look at the anatomy of an upset, like, let's look at the things that allowed you, Maul, to go from a police officer, just, blue collar, to this multimillionaire without necessarily, it wasn't like you had like the top people in real estate coming to be like, I'm gonna show you which building to buy, I'm gonna show you this, I'm gonna show you that. It wasn't like you necessarily had the top motivational speaker in the world grab you by the arm and be like, I'm about to, and I think there's a misconception that people think that's what they need. Like people say, I need you, see? And it's like, if you're ready, yes, but you might not even be in a position where you need that right now. So when I look at the anatomy of upset, I want everybody to go around and say, this is what allowed us to be a Cinderella, right? And so I'll start with myself. I can hear myself.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah,
and I want to say, I've looked it up because I felt it was wrong, but it was Soviet Union.
Oh, Soviet Union?
Yeah, Soviet Union.
Okay,
Russia.
Okay, so it was Russia.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
I just knew it wasn't Canada, though. I was like, yeah, I knew it wasn't Canada.
I knew Wayne Gretzky son was from Canada, so I think that's the only thing I knew. All right, so listen, if you out there, this podcast is for you. If you feel like, yo, I just ain't got the resources, I know I got a gift, I know God bless me, but I got to figure out how to get to this next level, this podcast is for you, and we're going to go around how you can, as a 16 seed, as somebody who slept on, as somebody who's not supposed to have, as somebody who not supposed, Tom Brady, right? Just like the individuals who come from last place. We built several now multi-million-dollar companies together, and I promise you, we not supposed to be here doing this. Like, it's cats who had way more than us who aren't as far. And my first one that I want to talk about is, in order to be a Cinderella and pull an upset and beat the big dogs, the first thing you must do is cut down on turnovers. All right? When I went and looked at some of these Cinderellas who won and beat the big dogs, a lot of time is because they took care of the ball. So what does a turnover look like for us? E came to me off the rip and was like, yo, we about to start this company. I got one request. Stop having sex. And I was like, yo, what? What I realized, though, now as a grown man is E was like, yo, we can do a lot of great things, but that is something I see that's a weakness in you. So that could be a turnover. Right? So we could be on our way to winning and doing all of the things that we need to implement in order to win, and you can turn the ball over with that. So get tight with that, because I see you and you able to shoot, you doing all of that, but I see you a little loose in this area. And so that would be my first thing. And again, everybody don't think about what a turnover looks like for you. It could be a divorce, alcoholism, it could be drug use, it could be whatever. It could be not having your spiritual life intact. So anyway, that's mine.
I don't want to go to another one. I want to go with that one. I think that one is important too. And you said it, but for those of you who are not in the sports, I kind of want to help you to understand. So one of the statistics that they have is not just turnovers, but they also have a stat that shows how many points another team made on your turnover, right? So that's super important, right? And so I want to make sure I paint the picture. So I know a lot of you like, I'm not into sports, I don't understand sports, and we about to turn this into business. But there are some very successful men who had turnovers that are in jail, and they didn't put themselves in jail.
Straight up,
right? They're in jail right now. Some of the greatest,
and it had nothing to do with the talent or their ability to execute or none of that.
And it had nothing to do with them wanting to be in jail.
It was turnover.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be honest with you. And it had nothing to do with them wanting to be in jail. It's a lot of young men in jail who are phenomenal rappers. We have some of the greatest artists. Shout out Chicago. We have some of the greatest artists in jail. We have some of the greatest hip-hop artists in jail. Right? And those are turnovers. And what you have to understand about turnovers is that turnovers not only hurt you, but it helps somebody who's hating on you. So people take your turnovers and use your turnovers against you, right? So this is why it's important. Because it'd be one thing if you just had a turnover and it was just between you and God. And that's why David said in the Bible, God was like, I'm going to give you a couple options. You know, this could happen to you, this could happen to you, or I can deal with you. He's like, I want you to deal with me. You know what I'm saying? He like, I don't want my enemy to deal with me. I don't want this person. You deal with me. Why? Because you're gonna deal with me justly. And so I want to make sure I'm clear on that. So I was just speaking this week, and one of the things that kill me is people of color having a business, and then they try to shame me into hiring them because they are a minority business, right? So we just had an incident this weekend, and I promise y'all, I'm a professional. Like, I don't brag, I don't talk about it, like, I don't mention it. I am a professional. When it comes to that stage, first of all, ain't no mistakes allowed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play that because it's a lot of people that are looking to take my spot in the speaking industry. And I grabbed the mic, and I'm not an audio-visual person, but I can hear the feedback. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this is what you getting paid for, and we all want, it's crazy, everybody want the highest pay, but nobody wants to pay when they make a mistake. Everybody want their normal check. So like, I'm supposed to pay you top dollar to do audio and visual, and then for about 3 minutes, this boy is hot. I could hear the end. I'm stepping back.
Preach and trying to be in the spirit.
You feel what I'm saying? And so I'm just like, yo, the mistakes they costly. You feel me? And I just want to make sure y'all understand that the more mistakes you have, the less likely you are to beat the Cinderella. I mean, to be a Cinderella. The less likely you are, to be able to go down. And so we have to, this is important, we have to minimize the mistakes. So I make a whole lot of mistakes. I don't own the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't own the mic. That's the one thing that you counting on me for. That's the one thing I make my money for. So I would rather the dudes just say, yo, it's last minute, we don't feel comfortable, we don't know if we could pull this off, than to actually try to pull it off. And then now we got 3 minutes where if you watching it, you probably not being able to, and in those 3 minutes, who knows what's gonna happen. So, but they would never go, oh, he never brought me back, he tripping. No, they would never go, we had a turnover. And that turnover, and so this is important. We have to make sure that, look, we gonna make mistakes. I told y'all Vancouver wasn't, like, it was 50-50. But I understood that was an error. And I told y'all my son wasn't even there. And my son heard about Vancouver. And I just did this pretty much PWI gig. And my son was like, look like Vancouver's over with. look like you learned from Vancouver. And I was like, absolutely. Because when you start talking about 150K and over, nobody's interested in me. Like, nobody wants to pay me that kind of money to dud. And so I was like, all right, this one time, and this one time, so that's good. Yeah, somebody else can.
I was going to go, same, but slight tangent. I was going to call it the free throws.
Yeah.
Like, I am, and I know some people, I think we talked about this years ago, like, I am a frustrated NBA fan when I see you miss a free throw. And not saying that you got to be perfect. You like you said, you're going to make mistakes, but a free throw. Like, let's just think about this. You've been playing basketball since you was 2 years old. I don't care. Listen to what I'm saying. I know a lot of people may not. I think you had an opposite argument to this. I don't care that you Shaq or not. I don't care that you dunk on everybody. Yeah. You in the NBA and you got a chance to stand there and shoot with no defense, nothing, and you missed more than 50% of them, I have a major problem with that. So to make it practical, again, we're going to make mistakes. Blake and I were talking. We had shots out of focus sometimes with the cameras. Again, but there's a podcast going out on Thursday at 6. We're not going to drop the ball on that. There's a TGIM going on Monday for years. We talked about this. There's mistakes all through it in terms of Ian saying how perfect he want to say. I'm messing up on the camera, but this is a free throw. We gonna get this out because it's all in our control. There's nothing else. Right. The only thing that could stop that from happening is if the rim itself drops.
Right.
YouTube break, and I can't put it up. Yeah. There's nothing else that stops this from happening. Yeah. So I'm saying you cannot miss free throws. I'm saying every NBA player, you getting paid that kind of money. I'm saying you should have 80% or higher, 75% or higher. Again, you're gonna miss some, but you can't be no 40, 50% free throw shooter and you getting paid as this is your professional job. That don't make sense to me.
Yeah, and so a free throw, and I want you guys to think about it in your own world. what the free throw would be. But a free throw for me is putting up a video on YouTube.
Right.
That's a free throw. So if you say
let's not even go that deep.
Yeah.
Following up on the email, doggone it, immediately.
That's it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hitting people back. Doing what you say you was gonna do.
That's
Just
it.
showing up.
Or saying
Showing up.
Showing up.
or
That's a
saying
free throw.
you apologize when you don't show up the right way. Does that make sense? Because I don't think for instance, and I'm just gonna say it on here. I hope my man don't get pissed at me. But Maul just had, and we'll talk about this in another podcast. But Maul just was having a meeting with Jalen and Jada about, the legacy. Like they grown now, so it's that's y'all money.
Yeah.
I don't believe that this money that the real estate stuff. I don't believe I'm ever gonna spend that. Like that don't got nothing to do with me. That's for my kids, right? And so they're on the call, walking through it.
Yep.
Right. And so whenever Jalen scheduled the meeting,
He scheduled the meeting.
but Jalen missed the meeting. Jada was on the call. And so
10 o'clock sharp.
yeah, Jada there, ready to rock
Sharp.
and roll. So Jalen missed the meeting for whatever reason. All I know though was I got an email saying, Dad, Jada, Jemal, I apologize. I missed the meeting. I don't know what else he said, but it was like, yo, I confess. I wasn't where I was supposed to be.
Right.
And Ma like, bet, we'll reschedule it.
Right.
Let's get you caught up, and then we'll have our next meeting, right? So for me, it's not even about just not following through. You need to be consistent. But if you don't, all of that hiding and ducking and dodging,
make it worse.
you know what I'm saying? That make it worse,
It set
bro.
you back.
Yeah, it set you back. You timid, you scared because you missed the meeting. No, just pick up the phone because people are not going to see you as reliable when you don't own up to it and fess up. So Jay, I was shocked. I ain't going to lie. Boog hit us up, was like, because it was like on the weekend.
It sure was.
Was it Sunday?
It was Sunday.
Yeah, so it was a Sunday meeting. So he hit last night or first thing this morning, one of them, and was like, yo, my bad, let's whatever. And I'm like, it's Ma. He ain't about to crucify you, but you acknowledged it, and so let's move on. So yeah, if you miss something, you don't do what you're supposed to do, give the people their money back. Give them their money back and still say, give me another opportunity to service you. It's not about the money, it's about my integrity. But do exactly what you said you're gonna do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, for me, and this actually goes before you even get on the court. Like, who told you was Cinderella?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you go in the game with the Cinderella mentality, then you already saying that they better than us, they bigger than us, they stronger than us. They supposed to be here and we not supposed to be here. So when you go in there with that mentality, you already have almost lost the game. If you think about that. And so I would say—
Do you think they could put a chip on your shoulder, though, in a good way, where you look at it like, man, these dudes got more resources, they got more, like you said, when y'all used to play like the bigger teams, when you was at Western, y'all had a squad. And
I guess, but because of you know me.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm not talking about you.
I know what I'm saying, but you know me.
We know Maul ain't
Even-
never been no underdog.
I'm just saying, bro, but I'm just saying though, but think about the mentality though.
Yeah.
And I think that, real talk, it's super intimidating. It could be intimidating to get on a stage in front of thousands of people and stand there for 45 minutes to an hour and deliver a speech after this man right here.
Yep.
But because of that mentality where it's like, now granted, my brother here is the greatest number one for the record. He absolutely.
I thought you were going to say I watched him. I said, okay, then I'm already
No. I mean,
Look, I didn't think I would come up and kill him, but I did.
listen.
I ain't mad at
The
you.
first,
Where we going with this?
listen, I appreciate and think he's the best so much that for the first 5 years, you probably got paid from me buying VIP tickets to watch him.
Right.
That probably took care of your salary. But I never viewed myself, though, as a Cinderella. You know, I felt, though, as though, like, yo, if he thinks this much of me to be on here, then I need to perform in that kind of way. And I think a lot of people, man, they feel like, oh, we're not. I hear people say that. I've heard other teammates, man, we ain't supposed to be here. Like, man, we just, and sometimes.
Or one of them dudes on the team, when the players run out, be like, man, them dudes big.
Right. And you over there, you
we
a
about
fan.
to get beat.
You a fan.
Oh, we about to get beat.
You a
Man,
fan.
them dudes look huge.
And what
Like,
I found out is that the person that you are looking at in this Goliath type way, he's not even viewing himself in that way. You viewing that man, what's that scripture in the Bible? They was like, in our eyes, they were as we were as ants.
Yeah.
And
Joshua, Caleb,
Yeah.
the 12 that went to go take the city. Yeah.
You're right. And they not even viewing themselves in that light. So you got to be careful when you're sitting there thinking to yourself like, oh, we Cinderella. We ain't supposed to be here. We just happy to be here. Bro, it's really power in the tongue. And when you start saying that stuff, you start believing that we just lucky to be here. Now, granted, some people can use that for fuel. Some people can use it for like, oh, we don't have
Do
the
you
big
think
stick.
you can? Okay, so just trying to see the other side. Do you think it could possibly lead to a false sense of self and an inability to self-assess if you come in going, oh, I'm on y'all level, and it's like
I don't think that you say
you're on your level.
I don't think I'm saying I'm on your level.
Yeah.
But I'm
supposed to
saying
be
though
here.
that I'm saying though that God made me the same way He made you. I'm saying that like we was both born the same way. I put my shoes on the same way you put your shoes on.
Okay, so let's just say, all right, so you and I'm. I got when I use Maul, I got to edify. You know what I'm saying? I can't put Maul on the other side.
Yeah.
So no. I'm
Get his last hip. Get his hip. Run last hurrah.
Because I'm about to be like, you can't even. That's why you can't even joke with Maul like that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to. This is not a personal attack. Okay. Maul is raised by his parents, incredible parents.
Yep.
Police. You got another guy. His father is already a multi-million-dollar real estate guy.
Right.
He already knows it. He grows up in a household where all they talk about is real estate deals, investments, buy and flip, or buy and hold, fix and flip.
I can name a few right now that's out in the market. That's saying I got courses.
Yeah.
I can name a few that's right now.
So
What's your point?
But I'm saying, so they grow up like that, right?
Yeah.
So we would be foolish not to think that they didn't have a strategic advantage to begin the race, right?
That necessarily doesn't mean so.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
So you say yes.
No,
you say
I'm saying.
I'm just saying it doesn't guarantee.
No, I didn't say guarantee.
Yeah. But and I see what you're saying though. So to me, what I'm hearing from Maul, he could be saying something totally different. And I just want to make sure those of you who are listening, like, don't get caught up in the real estate. Whatever yours is, think about what your lane is.
I'm just saying we didn't have nobody.
To me, I'm looking at him going, he does have advantages, but I don't see myself. I still see myself as capable of being able to.
And that's the part that part is great, and that's the part that I want to get to because again, there are built in it. Like I said, my man grew up boom, 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 and then and then also his father go, here go a small loan for $1 million.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then but you trying to save up your police salary. How much was you putting aside every 2 weeks? Remember you saying we were putting
like $50?
Yeah, in the stock market.
Yeah, $50.
So you putting aside $50 a check.
I was listening, Ma.
So I'm saying, right? No, I'm saying you putting aside $50 a check. My man just got $1 million and all the information, and then they be like, all right, start the race.
Yeah, but
you wouldn't necessarily look and be like, I'm on his level. You would be like, man, okay.
No, I'm not on
but that's almost like Michael Jordan's sons not making it to the NBA. Just because your father is the greatest of all time don't mean that you're going to be.
Yeah.
And there's another kid whose father never played professional basketball, and he's killing in the league right now.
Yeah, or you played in the league, father played, and y'all still got, you know what I'm saying, too. So.
I think you would have to look at it as I don't know, I think sports might be too unequally.
Yeah, but I'm saying I feel
because somebody 6'8" versus
no question
6'1" is like you know what I mean. There's a lot that goes into that, but I'm talking about in a situation where technically, physically, and mentally, all things are equal,
but I always say this
the resources.
Though. To your point, when you're playing basketball, for those of you who are listening, when you play basketball, you know it's all about matchups. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes some teams, it's just the matchup. If you pay attention to it, it's like, hey, they've been winning because they've been doing this. Mm-hmm. So what we got to do is don't play big ball. We're going to play small ball because everybody try to match up with them on big ball. They never win. So we're going to play small ball. So I think me going into the speaking industry, I did see it was all white males, bruh. Mm-hmm. Zig Ziglar, Ogman, Dino, all of them boys was Jim Rohn. They was all white males.
So this is good.
You know what I'm saying? They was all white males.
So here go another. Let's make sure we putting not just theory, but using your perceived weakness or lack of as your strength.
Yeah.
Right? So if you smaller, right, as you go on a smaller team, you got to be quicker. Yeah. You got to go speed. You may have to get the shots up fast, like finding your strategic advantage. And I think for us, when we go back and look at our strategic advantage, we were able to put content up at a rate that nobody else was able to put it up.
And just pause there. I remember, you remembers when we met with Les Brown. that was the thing that he was most like, how do y'all put content up like that?
But look at our strategic advantage. Where have the two of y'all lived? Y'all ain't lived more than 10 seconds from each other in the last how many years?
20 years,
Other than when
pretty
he in
much.
Cali.
Yeah.
I'm saying 20 years, y'all been...
And that's important.
I'm talking about,
that's important. Now that I've been in
proximity.
this,
I'm talking about like...
that's important.
Proximity is
like
huge.
literally. So I'm just saying. So yes, we don't have a budget. What do we have? Carl and E live across the street from each other.
Let's get
so
to work.
He can say at any moment, grab the camera, let's go, and we boom, and it's up. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think we do, and this the other, so we got the turnovers, we got free throws, and we got understanding where you are and how you get to that next level based on what you have and looking at your strategic advantage.
Well, that's
and
the
again,
scouting report.
And again, so I always looked at what our event, I never looked at our lack. I guess I knew it was there. Like, okay, yeah, we don't got no money.
Yeah.
But we do have this. And so we were so dedicated to what we did have. And I think now, again, Instagram, all of the Facebook, it allow you to see all the things you don't have. And I think you start getting panicked going, ooh, I can't do a podcast because I don't have this.
Yeah.
I can't do a podcast because I only got one camera and I'm looking at S2S and they got 6 cameras in here. It's like, so it blocks you from starting or focusing on what your gifts are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's all you should be focused on. I'm saying, I don't believe there's lack. So for those of you who have a business, whatever you have, I don't believe there's lack. Like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that we lack anything. I believe that we have everything we need to be able to get whatever we want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that with all my heart. Now, the one I was going to say, like, first, Maul, is kind of like where yours is, but I truly believe that this ain't even faith, Maul, or like, I ain't even saying it like have faith or like belief. I'm saying it more like I believe if it's going to get done, I'm going to do it. Like, I just believe that. Like, I literally believe, okay, if we got to do a podcast, I never come in here like, okay, Maul, Carl, CJ, like, all right, y'all do y'all thing. I don't never come in here like that. Mm-hmm. Now, if I come in here and you on fire, I'm like, back off. Maul on fire, back off.
Yeah.
But I never come in here going, Maul gonna get it done, or CJ gonna get it done,
me.
or Carl. I'm always like, it's on me, bro.
I thought all y'all came in here thinking I was just gonna get it done.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what happened. I just assumed because of how, you know.
Yeah.
Never mind. Keep going.
Because,
Pixie
yeah.
I just assumed.
Pixie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because,
I assume everybody came in here like,
Yeah.
what's he got?
yeah. But I'm saying, for those of you listening, for real, you got to have that. If it's
I
to
don't-
be, that's what it is.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
if it's to be, it's up to me.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you got to have that.
Oh, it
So,
ain't coming. Oh,
yeah. So when I saw when you show up to a game, when I saw, whoever, Zig Ziglar, whoever, I saw them and was like, oh, we need that in our community. Oh, we need that kind of motivation. We need that kind of empowerment. We need that kind of talk. Because I'm seeing a lot of white males doing it, and I'm seeing a lot of white males listening. And I'm seeing a lot of white males blow up because they listening to Jim Rohn.
Right.
They listening to Les Brown.
Right.
They listening to Zig Ziglar. They listening to Tony Rock. Like, whoever they were in my time, whoever it was, I was like, oh, wow, these boys is helping their boys. And it was like, yo, E, if that's going to happen, you got to go to these high schools and shut it down. Like, you can't go into these high schools and have these kids going, that's whack. Let me tell y'all something. I'm just being real. I remember a time in my life, of course, I don't do it now because I'm 54, but I remember a time in my life when I was really into hip hop, and I was like, yo, I'm a murder. Whoever was the person at the time, I was like, whoever the person is, I'm gonna murder them in terms of these
Sucker
kids.
MCs want to stop my shine.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? If it's LL, like
Yeah.
L had that energy. I'm like, yo, when I go into a school, kids are not gonna go, positivity is whack. Speaking is whack. Talking about integrity is whack. You know, respecting your mom and your grandma, that's whack. Don't come in here with that. All we do is sex, money, drugs. I'm like, bump that. I'm about to make this popular. And I really took the ownership of, I'm about to make it popular. So when it happened, I wasn't tripping. Or like when I walk in the airport, some people see me, hey, E.T., I don't be tripping. I'm like, yo, I know you and your wife was getting into it, and you listen to my stuff and it changed you. Like, not on no cocky stuff, but that's what my intent was. Like, I wasn't putting out information to be famous.
Right.
I wasn't putting up information to get numbers. I was really putting up information for you and your wife to get back together and for y'all to be blissful. And I think a lot of you, when you're doing what you're doing, man, I said this, it ain't come out yet. So Patreon, when it come out, please don't act like you heard it for the first time. But I sent Nikki a video this morning, right? And I sent a video out and I was like, yo, it is almost, Q1 is almost over. It's 2025 and you're still not happy. You still hurt. Like, you still not happy. And I said, here go the deal. The reason why you not happy is because you are literally a boss, but you've turned your boss rights over to somebody else. And that's why you pissed. You a boss. So that's why you pissed. You are as talented as you think you are. You are as gifted as you think you are. But every bird ain't meant to be caged, and you caged. And now you dogging your boss out because you not stepping up and being a boss. And so now you putting everything on your boss. You a boss. Yeah. And so you a king who's in somebody else's kingdom. And that's why you pissed. Because you're supposed to have your own kingdom. And it don't set right with you. And I'm telling you, I said on the video, like, I've been there. When I was at Michigan State, and homegirl gonna tell me I can't go see my daughter. I'm like, what? And God was like, you can't be mad. That's your boss. You work at Michigan State. The money you making, you can't be mad at what these people pay you. Right. They the ones. And I said, so if you a boss, you got to start building. Yeah. And you scared to build. You a boss, but you scared to build. You scared you want to spend somebody else's money because you scared to spend your own money on your dreams and goals. Whoa. You scared to spend your own money on you. You scared to invest in you. And so when you think about the Final Four and these Cinderellas, they coming in like, bruh, we had 30-some games. 30-some games. We beat everybody in our division. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been practicing. We made sacrifices. We went through y'all got to eat good food. We didn't eat the kind of food y'all ate. We had to catch the bus everywhere. Y'all on the plane. Y'all got real jerseys. We got champs. Y'all got Nike. Y'all got Reebok. We got on champ stuff. We're a little small HBCU school, whatever, a D1-3 school, right? And so for me, when I showed up, I always showed up as a boss. I always showed up as a boss. Like, yo, whatever it costs, man, I'm telling you, like, no disrespect. See, talk about it. I wasn't never with that bank stuff. I wasn't never with that stuff. I ain't never want nobody to pay nothing for me.
Only reason I'm mad at you is because you weren't, but you never told us.
Nothing.
But I'm gonna tell you why. This, his energy was never in it like ours was. But
that's
I
a
thought
fact.
it was just we was younger. You know what I'm saying? I thought we had a little bit.
I thought it was important.
Because he would be sitting there, we would be stuffing books and stuff. He was just kind of like.
I'm just saying, Mark, what I learned from God, you go through the process. Yeah. You just go through the process because you don't know what the process, but it was cool because after the process, I didn't have to do that no more. And, bro, again, no disrespect, y'all. And Jeremy, you know I love you. We got another company, Next Level Speaker, and we trying to bring somebody in. And Jay called me and was like, E, what you think we should do? I said, you should pay the person what they worth. That's what you should do. Why you trying to get a discount? You don't want nobody to discount you. Yeah. You don't want nobody to get, hook up, I speak for you, speak for me. You want a check. Yeah. Whatever they work. When Tab came, I paid Tab what she asked for. When Dion came to our event, prime time, I paid him what he asked for. Why? Because you got to pay to play. So it's like, whatever. So I'm going to pay you. So when you come, I'm going to need you to show up. Because if I give you 50%, then you could bring 50%. And so I just think what we did and what a lot of these teams that whatever, they always got at least one guard or one forward or one center. Somebody on that team that's like, bro, I saw it yesterday. I hated for him. George Mason lost to VCU. But George Mason had this center, bro, he couldn't have been. He ain't 6'8", he wasn't 7 foot. Whatever he was, though, I've never seen this Maul. He would get the ball in the paint. He was almost like Kobe in that instead of just backing you up, he would back you up and do some type of move that would put him right in the center of the rim. And he was so mad at them because he kept saying, yo, give me the rock. Put the ball in my hand. Now you had dudes shooting threes or whatever, they was wide open. He was like, bruh, I don't care if 2 people checking me, 3 people. His energy was, give me the basketball. And I'm telling you the truth, 60% of the time when they actually gave him the rock, My man scored. And there are a lot of you that are bosses, but you're not saying it's all on me. I'm taking all the responsibility. It's some stuff I've given TJ, whatever. It's some stuff that's going on right now, bruh. I'm laughing because it's like people calling me. I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing to him, but I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't got nothing to do with that. But if he gonna be the boss, he gonna be the boss. And whatever consequences come with whatever he doing, I'm riding with you. Why? Because you in boss mode. You feel me? You taking responsibility. So I'm not about to forsake you because you taking responsibility. So if you taking responsibility, that means you taking stuff off my plate.
Right.
You feel me? And so if that's what you're doing, and so a lot of you don't get it twisted. Don't ever let nobody tell you whack. Don't ever let nobody tell you you're not gifted, you're not talented. You are. You are gifted and talented. But you are a king in somebody else's kingdom. And guess what that means? They might have a curfew for you. They might got a curfew for you. Like you got to come in and come out at a certain time. They might not say you can't use this whip. You can only dry that. You can't use this bathroom. You can't be in and out of this kitchen, right? And so you upset about that, but you know what you need to do? Build your own house with your own kitchen, with your own stuff, because then you could do what you want to do. And some of y'all on here, even with Patreon, you're at that point where you're like, I got fired. No, you didn't. You didn't get fired. You got a chance to build your own kingdom. You didn't get fired. You run out and talk about you got fired.
But even while you still in that kingdom, it's like, what do you believe about yourself?
Yeah.
Because I've been,
Olive Garden.
I had to, you know what I'm saying?
State.
I was in somebody else's kingdom. But even when I was in somebody else's kingdom, I always knew that I was a king in that somebody else's kingdom. I always had the Joseph.
What always had the somebody else's kingdom?
CPD. I always had, and that was a real.
But Mom made so much money.
But I was still in that. I was still working for Caesar.
Yeah.
I was still working for Caesar, though.
Yeah.
But I still, what did I believe about myself, bro? I always had, no matter what, dog, I always had and held
But it's
on.
different when you could be like, I can just lead it.
No, but I didn't have always. It wasn't like that in the beginning.
Because you can leave.
I can leave, but I didn't.
Leave it. Yeah.
I've always had the Joseph mentality.
Yeah.
Joseph could have left any situation he was in too.
Yeah.
But I always knew that something bigger and better was coming for me. Always.
And
I
what
don't
did that
care.
make you do, though, while you was doing what you was doing?
It made me always work at a level of excellence, and it always had me focusing on what's next in my life. Yeah. So I always maintain that, dog. I don't care that if I was getting into something, and even though, like how you say, is it realistic? You know, like if, like, you know how you were saying, like, we're playing a bigger team?
Yeah.
You know, I was that dude that even though we was playing this bigger team, it could be Michigan, it could be Michigan State, we were Western Illinois, I still would believe. I would really believe that we could win. Bro, I think a lot of times some people just believe like, oh, we supposed to lose.
Yeah.
It's Michigan State. They bigger than us.
Yeah.
No, dog.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
As long as we putting on these cleats, we putting these pads on, there's a chance that we can win,
No
dog.
question it
And
is.
if you don't have that kind of mentality in everything you do in life, I sit across from somebody who's a multi-billionaire in real estate. And yeah, he might have more advantage, more opportunities than me. He might have been in it longer, but I do not diminish myself and then say, oh, just because his father was a billionaire and gave him $1 million, he's in a better
I'm about
position.
to be his father.
I don't,
Yeah.
bro, I don't care.
Yeah. And my
I
son
really
about
don't
to be
care.
him. Yeah.
Because I really feel like God put me in this position.
No
And, dog,
question.
and when you really, now I'm going where E going. When you really got a certain level of faith, dog, you understand that, dog, the things that God can promote you for what took them 20 years to do.
Bruh.
God can promote you in a matter of in a year, in moments, and get you way past that place.
Yeah.
So my mentality always going in, bro, is that look, I'm blessed and highly favored.
And he said you was blessed and highly.
Bro,
that's what I'm saying, though. This
you
ain't
gotta
no
have
negative
that
energy.
before you get to the free throw line. I'm blessed and highly favored.
Bruh.
Before you commit a foul, before you fumble, you have to have that mentality. If
And
you
I'm
don't,
not trying to be spiritual. I'm just saying, if you were created, you were #1 draft pick. If you were literally, God brought you into this earth, you were his #1 draft pick, bro. And I don't know, last time I checked, franchise player, bro. Last time I checked, when you were #1 draft pick, bro, whoever drafted you, they got some expectations of you. And it ain't to be average. I'm just being real. You pay a dude $100 million, you trying to win a championship, bro. You ain't trying to go to the playoffs. And I'm looking at this Piston team, and they kind of got that. They got that thing. They got them boys got that. Okay, y'all don't think we serious, but we was #1. Couple of us was #1 draft picks, and we gonna prove to y'all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he a dog.
shout out to our Patreon fam, man. Our
Yeah, shout out
Patreon
to
fam
y'all.
is joining us live. Y'all should go to
Live.
Patreon, download the app, search S2S Podcast, jump on that Patreon. We got some questions from our Patreon.
And can you forgive me and Maul, because y'all be on there heavy. Me and Maul coming, y'all. We coming on
Oh, yeah,
Patreon.
no,
We
yeah.
gonna post soon.
I just listen. Carl got me blocked.
Oh,
Here you go.
So if I had, I would love to post. I've been doing nothing but
Hey,
posting.
I'm gonna be you now, cause she was blocked and she back in. She operated with excellence.
I gave you my phone.
Okay.
I gave you my phone. I gave you my phone.
Okay, yeah.
But you couldn't do it.
Come alive, Carl.
Beast mode. Now look.
Yeah, so yeah.
Listen, when you asked me,
Where was that belief when it was trying to get in Patreon?
I'm just saying,
It only worked for real estate.
I gave
Make
you my
Patreon
phone.
real.
I gave you my phone, and you said you couldn't do it.
Ah.
I'm saying, yeah, two
I'm
people
coming
with the
on
same
Patreon.
problem and one is
Because I just
fake.
be sending Carl my videos when
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
no,
work
I'm
for
on
me.
Patreon heavy.
But I've been watching the
No, I
two
had
of
to
y'all.
create
Listen, I
Y'all
put,
on there.
A new email.
Yeah.
y'all saw my I be on Patreon cooking. I have my jerk salmon recipe on there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm about to do, Blake? You want to move to Chicago, man? I got you, bro.
Why
Seriously.
Blake shoulder to
Seriously,
shoulder?
I felt it in the spirit. Whenever you ready, because I saw the whole thing with Carl being in proximity to eat.
Oh, there it is.
Ah,
When you
there it
ready,
is.
dog, I'm not even joking. I got an apartment for you, bro.
Oh, come on.
wow.
Just put it out there.
You just lost your whole.
I'm just put it out there.
Carl.
Summertime
You just
shot.
lost your whole.
Bro. That
Summertime
way, I
shot.
ain't got to worry about getting Carl my phone no more. So I'm going to take it to the next. Because I believe you a boss. Because I believe and I'm a boss. So I got a
So
spot
you just
for you,
gonna
bro.
hire the Patreon.
You ain't even got to worry about
Wow.
rent. You don't
There
even
we
have to
go.
worry about rent.
You ain't gotta.
You can stack your money up.
Come on.
Oh wow.
Hey, all right.
You ain't got to worry about rent.
Hold on. You got
Oh, okay, well, I'm
another
moving there. Then.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Hold on.
I'm good, bro. I'm gonna move to over there. I'm good. I do all this videography. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
About to take this to the next level right
Patreon
now.
in there, bro.
Yeah, Patreon. Shout out. I got some questions. We're gonna bring back Ask ET. I do want to get to a few more of these because I wrote a lot down. So
Oh, you
we're not
did?
done. Yeah, no.
We got another Patreon. I mean, we got another podcast.
You want to finish and come back?
Oh, you wrote your own personal questions down.
Patreon
We
sent
hit
it
our-
to
Oh,
me.
Patreon sent it to you. Oh,
No, but
okay,
I didn't want to do. We're not
that
doing
was
Q&A right this second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You want to?
I wanted to get them involved, but we can wait. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah, we can get them. We're gonna get them involved afterwards. Everybody can't hear the Patreon discussion. They're not paying. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Oh,
for
okay.
Patreon. Shout out to Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. If you so let me say this. For those of y'all in the free tier, because there's a few thousand of y'all that's in there
Chilling in the free tea.
and you chilling in the free and it's
Yeah,
$10 a month.
It's nothing.
So get your butt up in the $10 a month, man, and get this information. And shout out to we've been having our trainings on there too.
Yeah.
Doc,
I saw Doc with a few.
Downs. We got real man. We doing bruh. People paying $10 a month and they getting straight coaching from one of the best therapists in the world. How to defeat anxiety and depression. Doc on there doing some amazing stuff. So go to patreon.com right now. Do your thing. All right, anatomy of an upset. I said create home field advantage. I was looking, and maybe Carl, can you research like maybe like NFL home versus road? I told you, if you look at the teams, it's like, especially in college basketball, I think that might be the biggest home court advantage. Like home court, they say home field, Vegas will swing the line. Like when you talking about betting, like maybe like 4 or 5 points sometimes, just based on where you playing. Does that make sense? Like, so this team could be a 2-3 point favorite, but if they play there, it's even. You know what I'm saying? And I
Home
never
court advantage
understood
is
that
real.
because I'm like, yo, how can you create home field advantage? So for us, I felt like we always created home court, home field advantage, however you want to say it, where we played on our terms.
Absolutely.
Right? And so, and this is just for everybody, talk about how you can create home court advantage or home field advantage in your own situation for you to win, right? Like, Mar, what did that look like for you in the police when you had to build this real estate, build the daycares, do all of this? Like, how did you know what I'm saying?
I went and started working in an area that I wanted to invest in. I purposely worked in an area that I knew that I wanted to buy properties in. And so it put me in an area that I was familiar with. It put me in an area I grew up in, and it put me in an area that I knew that I wanted to do the most change because that's the area that I grew up in. So I literally went to work every day in the area that I knew that I wanted to change one property at a time. So that was home field advantage for me. I was familiar with the area already. I grew up in that area and I was investing in that area. By the time I left that area as a police officer, I already owned hundreds of units in that area.
Yeah.
So I wasn't just going to work every day like
Right.
most cops. I was actually going checking on my properties.
Right. Home field advantage, E.
Oh, man, Didi was tripping the other day. Didi was like, yo, I don't know what happened, but in the last 6 months, she was like, it's obvious. You're on a plane, white males. We flying. Can I get a pic with you? He go, my business card. We get off the plane. My wife was just like, yo, everywhere we go. We was at Macy's in Atlanta. I mean, Lenox Mall, bro. Macy's in Lenox. White family. Oh, E.T. My wife was like, yo, in the last 6 months, it just been, and I told my, she's like, how you pull that off? Because like, cause you don't be doing no white stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you pull that off? And I was like, you'll be shocked if you do what you do at a mastery level, how it impresses people. Like you'll be shocked. If you do something average, it's like the stuff I'm talking about, there are white males who are like, white dude just told me the other day, he invited me, bruh, they gave me a real check, like more than college almost, to come to a church and speak to their youth. But he told me, he said, my wife got pregnant, and when she had our baby, she had postpartum, and she started taking medication, and she got addicted to it. She became an addict, and she left us. And he was like, it was during that time that I was watching your video, and you got me through that point, right? So that don't got nothing to do with black, white. You feel me? And I'll be honest, and I'm not saying this because of the debate, but Michael Jordan used to say that one of the things he wanted to do was to bring families together. So he played at such a high level that people used to come from all over to Chicago just to watch him. I believe, like, most of y'all don't know, but there was a time where Detroit and Chicago was kind of like close, right? And I'm from Detroit, Chicago, so I used to go back and forth. And like, when we used to talk about it, it was like Motown, Chicago. And then there was a time where it was like, you only really hear a whole lot about Detroit, but Chicago just blew up. And if you really pay attention, between Oprah Winfrey and Michael Jordan, Oprah brought all kind of people to Chicago. Business in Chicago, just random people would just come to her show. Mike brought people to the game. And when you do something at a very high level, you don't even got to be in the sports, but you want to come, you want to see the hype. Well, who's this Michael Jordan? What is he doing? Oprah Winfrey. You wasn't even really into that when Phil Donahue was doing it and Ricky Lake. You wasn't even into it like that. Wasn't nobody even paying attention to that stuff. But when Oprah did it, everybody started tuning in like, yo, the way she does what she does. And the people, she had Michael Jackson on that Joker, Janet Jackson. She had everybody on her show. And so God was like, yo, if you do what you do at a mastery level, it's going to get everybody's attention. So that's how I kept home court advantage. Not switching up and speaking to, oh, I got to speak to this group. I got to speak to this group. I got to speak to this group. If I want to go corporate, I want to go NBA, I want to go to NFL. Let me talk. And I was like, no, do one thing and do it extremely well. And it's going to grab the attention of everybody. And it's easier when you're your authentic self to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you switching up all the time. That's hard, bro. I'm going on stage. I'm going on stage just like this, bro. And they loving it. And people thinking, what are they saying to you? Bro, they don't care, bro.
Don't matter.
Yeah, just for those of you watching Patreon, stop half doing your stuff. Do it at an excellent level. And you ain't got the money to do it, don't do it. Don't do it until you got the money to do it or the time to do it or the whatever to do it. But stop just doing it because it's available.
So in the NFL, see, there's an interesting thing happening. They're saying 2022, right? Watch the trend. It was roughly 60-40. Home teams won 60%.
Right.
Wow.
2023, 56.7. One home best, being at home. 2024, 53%. So it seems now that's not as big an advantage now.
Yeah, but it's still,
it's still
on their
favored
side.
definitely to the home.
To the home side.
Yeah.
And again, so you think about for you, like E, can you give us some practical examples of how people can create it in their own, just not even business.
I just said it. Be your authentic self first. Know the industry.
Yeah.
Like,
what would it look like in somebody's marriage, creating home court advantage?
I just said it. Scouting report earlier. Like, I don't go speak nowhere without knowing what they want. What your wife want. I already know exactly how much time I got to spend with Didi to get an A, B, or a C.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't rocket science, bro. I already know. I was doing a shout out, Von Trail. I was doing a little counseling with him yesterday. And I did something with him like, hey, if this person was fearful, what would be happening? if this person was excited, what would be happening? And at the end, I was like, bruh, what did I just do? Tell me what I just did. Do you know what I just did? He was like, absolutely, I know what you just did. You just told me, and I know, but I'm not aware. I'm like, so when I get off with you, just ask the question, write it all down, and whenever you want to get an A, you do this. When you want to flunk, no, you're going to fail if you do. Like, this would make a person fearful. This would make a person anxious. This would make a person stressed. Mo, I just started talking emotions, and easily people were able to go, this would make me stressed. This would make me fearful. This would make me happy. This would make me feel loved. And so I would just say, for real, know the industry. I think a lot, bro. I saw a dude yesterday, bro. I ain't never done this, see. I called Delta on my man. I ain't never done that in my life. Bro.
What?
I called Delta on my man, bro.
He done crossed over for real,
Bro, I called Delta on my man, bro.
Wow, on a flight attendant?
Bro, first of all, I shouldn't even say this out loud.
No, say it.
I shouldn't even say this out
We
loud.
here now.
I'm like,
Bro,
What happened?
bro, my man was first class, bro. First class. Now, I'm not, listen to me, y'all. I'm not bougie. I almost flew 2 million miles. So I just want you to do the math. If the ticket cost $500 for the last 10 years, you do 5 times 2 million miles. So I done gave Delta millions of dollars, right? My man in first class, bruh. You know when you got the dookie braids and it's been about, like, tell me, Carl, 2 weeks, like 2 weeks, you could tell that it's like, it's a blend.
Yeah.
It's a
half
blend.
Fro, half bread.
Yeah, it's a blend. I'm like, bro, you in first class, bro. Like, you ain't in the back. You in first class, but I'm gonna let that pass. But bruh, you know when you wash your outfit more a whole bunch of times, and now you can see the beat up boys. I'm like, okay, cool. I would say something
which
to you.
leg was this on?
The Detroit, always Detroit. Always the Detroit leg, bro. I'm being real, bro. They'll show us no love. Anyway, bro, Ma, I was gonna let all of
On
this
the lay down?
No. We don't get a lay down to Detroit. This was we left Atlanta coming to Detroit yesterday.
But you did have a lay down.
Yeah, but that was San Diego to Atlanta.
How was that?
Let's show y'all like, look, fire.
Was it a
bro.
new lay down or old one?
Older, mid.
Okay, got it.
Mid, but kept up. Mid, but they
Okay,
kept it up.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we getting ready to land, and Didi like, Didi got MS, bruh. Didi like, I'm struggling a little bit. I need to take something. I need some water. So I was like, hey, bruh, my wife, can we get, super polite, bruh, can we get some water? My man told me, I'm going to see if I got time. I was like, bro, I'm a 2 million, I'm a 360, bro.
Whoa, you're going too fast.
My man told
At
me.
what point in the flight is this?
This is like 30 minutes. My man just
Before
hit.
you land?
Yeah, 30 minutes before we land. My man said, I'm going to see if we got time. So I didn't say nothing.
How old was he?
He probably about 30, early 30s, bro. Early 30s, bro.
He didn't know who you were?
No, he didn't know who I was, bro. But he shouldn't have to.
First red flag.
Hold on, here go the deal.
That's
though.
the first red
Yeah, but
flag.
here go the deal. Whether he know me
No,
or
I'm
not.
saying you're a 30-year-old bro. I'm going to need you to know who.
Yeah,
he
but I'm
is.
saying, here go my problem, Ma. That I'm 360.
Right. That's a
Right.
fact.
You know a for a
You
fact
know
I'm
that.
360.
Yes.
So you know that, because you can look on the thing and see.
Oh, bro, I'm
the
saying they're
360.
coming to me in silver, like, hey,
Right.
thank you for your silver
You feel me?
medallion. So
You
they
feel
know.
me? So
Come
you
on,
know
bro.
I'm 360.
Yeah.
So my man tell me if we got time. So I'm like, okay, he got an attitude. He definitely not the brand. He ain't been happy.
If we got time, it's some frontier spirit
I'm talking about spirit.
energy if I ever see.
No. And Spirit gonna give it to you because
Bruh.
they charging you. So
charging
Spirit
you for that
they
joint.
give it to you at $3, bro. Spirit like, hold up, I got you.
You want two?
I got 2 for you.
Bruh.
Spirit get that.
So did he get it?
What
Bruh,
in the jet
Ma,
blue?
Ma, I knew for a fact he was struggling, so it was cool. Bruh, next thing I know, he's sitting down. I'm like, he's sitting down.
Sipping on water.
Oh, no. But
his
the
phone.
lady next to him was sipping on water. I was like, what? So then I get off and I was like, hey,
Did
bro.
they only he was the only one up there?
He was the only one up there, bro. And we landed.
How
I
are you
let it
in
go.
first class with
That's
that
why
energy?
I said, how you in with that energy? Like, bro, he was like that with everybody. I said, why you get up here? I called
Wow.
Delta and was like, Delta, we need to, it's
What
some
was his
training
name?
that need to be done. I don't know. I didn't even want to know his name.
You just told him to fly.
I just told him to flight. They
and
know
the
who
brother
he
with the
is.
fuzzy bread.
They know who he is. They know who he is. They know who he is.
Yeah.
And I said, ma'am, I have never done this. Look through my records. I have never called.
Wow.
This was bruh, my wife asked for, bro, I wish I could show y'all. Y'all know it, first class, you ain't getting this water right here.
Bro,
It's about this
that.
big right
Yeah.
here. I'm talking about a little baby water. Bruh,
I'll see if we got time.
Bruh, he said, I'll see if we got time, bruh.
Wow.
And this is what's not going to take you to the top. I don't even know what your question was. I got so pissed. I'm sorry.
No,
Home court advantage, I think it was.
What was it?
Home court advantage?
Home court.
What do you do? What do you do?
You know what I'm saysaying? He about to get fired.
He should
No,
have, but he didn't.
Bro, I called.
So I'm surprised you
I
didn't go
left something
off.
on this. Bruh, it was...
Did you get the water?
When I landed, I was like, bruh, I said, bruh, what about the water,
Oh,
bruh?
nah. See, I would have went and got my own water.
Yeah, no.
Especially your wife.
Yeah.
She got.
No, I looked at Didi. She's like, I can wait till. I was like, all right.
Oh, but I know you
Yeah.
was steaming.
Oh, I was hurt.
Oh, I know that.
So on your way getting off the plane, he gave you the water.
Now, did he still act like he had an attitude?
Baptism.
Oh, yeah.
He
Oh,
would
no
have been
question.
arrested. He would
Douglas
have been
would have snapped
arrested.
out.
No question.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, no question.
Douglas would have jumped out and grabbed the
no
water and been
doubt.
like,
I
who else
would've.
need the water? No, little man playing with
Yeah,
me.
no, I wouldn't have. No, he's telling the truth.
No, I'm dead
I've
serious.
been
Oh, I'm
redeemed
dead serious.
by the blood of the Lamb.
Oh, he was-
I've been redeemed
Oh, I promise you, he wasn't
by
the
the
one,
blood of the
bro.
Lamb.
He'd go up there and straight open that joint up and be like, no, don't say
No,
nothing
he tried to take me there, bro. I'm like, bruh. So I'm just saying to
Did
y'all.
you have to fight it? Did you feel it? Like,
Bruh, I felt it at first, and I was like,
Yeah.
Didi was like, no, it's all good. I
Did
was
you have
like,
to
all right.
pray or?
Prayer. Yeah, without ceasing. I'm talking about that whole 30-minute boy. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Bro, then he was a bruh.
bruh.
Then he was a bruh. So I was like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm thinking of bruh. Like,
Bruh,
it ain't a lot of us in for bruh.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we get a better service.
Oh, no,
than
I'm
that.
preaching about it. I'm doing a video about it. Delta go, yeah, my man gonna have to get reprimanded. I'm not getting on another flight until y'all pull my man to the side and let him know.
Oh, yeah.
This ain't the brand,
What did
bro.
they say when you called?
Mr. Thomas, what can we do? I said you could train him. Is what you could do. So don't nobody else get a hold of him. I don't need no miles. I don't need no money.
Right.
I don't need nothing. Little man need to be trained.
And that's how they
put
know
in the
you
back.
serious when you
Yeah.
ain't trying to get
No,
nothing.
bro,
Like,
he
yeah.
need to be trained. And then he one of us.
Mm.
And we don't get that opportunity often. So when we
So,
get it, we
again,
got to take advantage
So
of it.
then what happens is you call, that I guarantee somebody else gonna
Oh,
call.
for sure.
Somebody else gonna call, and then he gonna get fired and turn around and blame the system.
I believe
Delta
somebody
sucks.
already called.
No,
for
no.
sure.
Somebody probably already called.
For sure.
That wasn't
That's,
the first
what
time.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but again, I don't know how my man. I'm still tripped out about the fact you in first class because I thought it was like a ranking system for where you serve on the plane.
Hey, I'm just telling y'all, wherever y'all are, man, be the best at where you are, man. Like, don't do that. Like, when God give you an opportunity, man, I'm still shaking off the Saul sermon. Like, bro, all these years, I ain't even know Saul got fired because of an assignment, bro. I thought he was like, did some witchcraft stuff or something, or was sleeping with somebody or something. Like, he did. I'm looking now like, man, David did way worse than what my man did. But his spirit, bro, he just have, as my mother used to say, he just had everything you do. And I'm just like, yo, he ain't take advantage of the responsibility. So whatever assignment y'all have, don't go there. Like, don't go. We don't got the Nikes, or we don't got the Nike shoes, or ain't no celebrity coming and give us. It has nothing to do with that. Whatever your hand find to do, this is what the words say. Do it with all your, and that's home court advantage. When you do what God tell you to do, the way God tell
all
you to do
day
it,
long.
that's home court advantage.
And
bro.
I was gonna
once
say-
he get involved,
Yeah, I was gonna say too, like, stop going in places thinking that you the visitor. The only reason why that stat shows that a higher percentage win
Home court.
with home court is because it's a mentality, bruh. 100 yards is 100 yards.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? A football field don't change. It's not like one team know the lay of the land better. And I'm gonna run this. No, bruh. They just believe that this is our home and we're gonna protect our home at all costs. So imagine if you had that mentality everywhere you went into. And you saying, look, this is my home. Wherever my feet touch is my home. If you had that mentality, then you're gonna protect your home at all costs also.
I don't know if you knew this, but the Saul piece is so huge. Maul, you'll enjoy this because when you don't protect your home, your children got to deal with it.
that's it.
And like understand, I don't know if people know the end of that story.
Yeah, that's big.
But the king that Saul did not kill.
Yeah,
You talked about? Did you talk about that?
I didn't talk about it. I didn't specify.
I got you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about it on the next
Oh.
episode of the Secret to Success podcast. Because
I'm
Douglas,
fine. I'm
I got
calling
a text from the
360 on
boss.
you.
I got a text from the
Okay.
boss. I don't got control. You know what I'm
This
saying?
podcast still recording?
Hey, I'm dead serious.
I thought we was on some-
Hold that thought. I'm dead serious, Carl. Hold that thought.
I
We're
got
gonna
you.
come back. Listen, man, shout out to our Patreon fam. Y'all go to patreon.com, S2S Podcast. Download the app right now. Those of y'all over in that free joint, jump up here so you can be with us live. We are going to read. I do have y'all questions. Patreon fan, I do have y'all questions. We're going to get to that on the next episode. We're going to get to all of that. Maul, Make Real Estate Real, what's going down?
Hey, Make Real Estate Real, man. Listen, please, y'all hit my heart on this. People are making money, right? You cannot depend on these jobs no more. I had just made a post yesterday just talking about how job security, what we once know of, bruh.
I saw that.
Yep.
I saw the pool.
And what's the temperature outside?
Yeah, I saw it.
Some of y'all are allowing the temperature outside to affect what's going on inside in your house. And so I was just showing how it was snowing outside, temperature was in the 20s, but then all of a sudden, all I had to do was step in my house, and in my pool room, it was 90. In that same kind of way, how many of y'all are like letting the temperature in the government, the temperature of America, the temperature in corporate America affect you? How are you letting it affect you? You letting it affect you, and you're letting it affect your family. Yeah. And I'm telling you, you have to invest.
Be a boss.
You got to be a boss.
Yeah.
You got to invest. You got to take control of your family's future. That way you can control the temperature that's in your house.
Yeah.
Man, MakeRealEstateRealCourse.com. I'm sitting there telling you, it's people.
I'm about to go buy me a pool, Mark.
Bro, let's go. It's people that
just
sit
feel
on
bad.
equity.
Yeah, I feel
You
bad.
need equity in your house. You need equity.
Yeah, you do.
Me and Carl was having a conversation.
Yeah.
Carl got almost $500,000 in equity.
Yeah.
That he about to tap into. So he's able to change the
$500,000
temperature.
Carl.
He's able to change the temperature.
$500,000 Carl.
Big fact.
We was on the phone the other day. I didn't just take Carl's phone and say, hey, you figured it out. CJ figured it out. I told Carl, I'm going to figure it out.
Shot.
So we're going to go out. I'm a sniper. Hey, I'm a sniper with this.
Wow, shots fired.
Oh, they shooting. The police is back. The police
I'm a
back.
sniper, but that's a whole nother episode.
Shoot a brother.
But I'm just saying, all
Yeah.
y'all listening, because y'all family, man.
Come on.
And I mean this with all my heart.
Yeah.
Like, I get so many messages from people that got fired, federal workers. I'm telling y'all, my heart go out with y'all.
Yeah.
I've been a 9-to-5 blue-collar worker. My family blue-collar. Don't allow these people to have this much control over your life.
Yeah.
Don't. Please. You have to have something outside of your job, because with the stroke of a pen, that's all it took. These people, some of these people had 30 years on their job, and I bet you they've all had the conversation. I got job security. I work for the federal government.
They done.
We never gonna shut down.
Oh.
We never gonna.
They
You
done.
work for the government. You think
best-
you good
You
forever.
think that you good, bro? The best benefits. Now, how many houses? They said the housing market in DC, in Maryland, and Virginia, in the DMV, they said the housing market is going crazy because everybody now got their houses for sale because all those federal jobs, all the people lived in the DMV area, and now they're putting their houses up for sale. And the houses normally go for $1 million, $1.2 million, but because there's so many houses going for sale, supply and demand. Now the prices are dropping. I'm telling you, don't get caught in that, man. Go ahead and do yourself a favor and invest before it's too late.
MakeRealEstateRealCourse.com. You got anything for
I
us to
ain't
get out
got
of here?
nothing.
All right, Carl, we good?
Hey, I'm gonna say this real quick. Moving past potential, I literally am doing something that I have not done. I sold out all the books I had. So what I'm about to do.
Come on.
Let's go, dog. Let's go. Let's go.
Re-up.
Hey, no, I'm actually gonna do something different in the spirit of what's happening now. I'm actually going to movingpastpotential.com. I'm gonna give you the PDF for free. Like, I'm gonna give the PDF for free because I'm realizing, again, even in this
Have it stacked.
conversation, have it stacked.
We back. I knew we would be back.
Hey, I'm realizing in this conversation that not everybody has this.
Yeah.
And I'm just being real. Like, for me, I'm getting this mindset, I'm around it, but I want to make sure that the people that don't have it, that y'all understand that it's still there for you. You don't have to worry about going to no visitor locker room.
Yeah.
Like, so no, I want to give it out.
Right here.
We got a community that I'm building, like, for real, that this going to turn into something that's going to help you just see life differently. So y'all been watching me through the process.
Cinderellas.
So no more, we know not Cinderellas no more. We moving past potential now. So movingpastpotential.com.
Let's get it.
We out of here. We love you, Will.
See you next week.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart.
Thank you so much for rocking with us as always, right? We don't take it lightly, guys. And we hope that we've provided transformation and not just information. We want you to become the best version of yourself, right? Make sure you check out the show notes to access all the important links and get your product discounts. Now, one favor we're asking of you, do us this favor. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We want to know your feedback and how we can serve you better. And if there's anyone that you think could benefit from listening to this show, please, I'm begging you, please share it with them. And remember, as E always says, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.